what is also important is that wherever possible, and again the institutional context is different, also what Yves pointed out. Wherever possible, so if the students are integrated in a research group and are part of a research group and part of the community, also the wider community, and feel being made welcome as a member of the community. So this is definitely one possibility of learning more about what is expected from me once I have finished my PhD. Also inter-institutional arrangement, that's also what Yves mentioned with this kind of cooperation, I think, where we don't do enough yet. But again, this has political reasons also, and with the funding issues is some very big barrier for organizing some more collaboration. And again, I would like to give a few quotes here from this survey which was done of the students' experience about this environment, the research environment. So 25.9% indicate that the intellectual climate in which they were incorporated at the university had failed to meet their expectations. I think it's very dangerous, a very high amount. So if students here, 57% agreed, my department provides a good seminar program for research students, not very high. Only nearly 50% agreed the research ambience in my department effectively stimulates my work. I mean, you would hope that where you are integrated a PhD student, that you should be, a lot of the research activity should be going on, so that the work your supervisor and other colleagues are doing should stimulate you. I feel integrated in my department's community, 49% agreed, 26% disagreed. So this indicates very much this more traditional thing, individual work, you meet a supervisor and you work on your specific topic. But then again, I think it's this pressure, if you have to complete something within 3 years, so everything else, if you are asked to go to a meeting or listen to a talk, which you might feel just distracts you from the focus of your research. One of the other elements which, according to the Research Council's training provision or research skills should address is career management. I already briefly indicated it. So that as part of the training provision, students should also learn to take ownership for and manage their career progression, set realistic and achievable career goals, identify and develop ways to improve employability, big word for the UK context, employability. So you do a PhD, a doctorate to get a job. And there is no guarantee. When I did my PhD ages ago back at Leipzig, so it was pretty clear that a job at the university was guaranteed for you. But this was East Germany, where everybody had a job anyway, because it was communism. But, I mean, there's no guarantee whatsoever that once you have finished, that a job is waiting for you, and maybe at the university where you did your degree. So you should also learn, as part of the training provision, how to write a CV, how to behave in an interview, how to write an application, job application. So to learn to market the acquired skills to employers within and outside academia. One of the things. So, when I was quoting from the description, so for what a PhD is expected to do, so this doctoral cycle refers to it's providing training by and for research, and is focused on the advancement of knowledge. So we are supposed to learn about research, we learn about skills by attending courses or listening to seminars, but you're also learning the research by doing the research you are doing for your specific topic. So therefore, again, one of the questions from this article I quoted at the beginning, if PhDs are about both training for research and carrying out a particular important research project, how can the balance be struck? And with this question, I would want to leave us all and leave this maybe open for the debate later.
Thank you very much. It's very concise. Is it okay, Andrew?
Yes, it's a good idea.
We'll have a discussion and come back to philosophy.
It's a good idea.
Too often.
continue? No, to have a discussion.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
By all means.
I throw. You can't throw a floor open, can you? I pass the. Would anybody like to make any comment on any aspect of what has been said? Do I speak all at once? Esther?
No, just break the ice. Well, I've really enjoyed both presentations because I'm at the stage. My name is Esther. I'm writing the thesis. It should be finished in Christmas, so 100% in June. So I've kind of gone through the whole process you were talking about. And precisely the last question you were throwing to us, like, where is the balance between training for research and doing research, has been the most difficult experience for me in the PhD. I've had students from all over helping me through the process. I've had a good supervisor.
You have two supervisors.
I have two supervisors, that's true. But just recently, after 5 years of PhD, I'm noticing there's much more to it. It's my 5th year, but it's the first time I'm beginning to publish articles and to peer review other people's articles and to understand what the academia is. And I feel maybe the explanation of what are you going to be after a PhD should be given from the very beginning. And I think in this way, many students would be more aware of the long way they have in front of them. And then many of them will choose to continue anyway. But I think there's a naive feeling that doing research is just getting yourself into a topic you like, and that's it. And the whole process of sharing information, of networking, of even ethical issues are not really considered, at least in my experience at the beginning. So I think I would recommend that all the issues related to what PhD and research implies should be looked at from the very beginning of, from the first class of a PhD program, the first class.
Okay. That's a criticism of our program.
No, it's a criticism of the Spanish system. If you make
No, we're quite free to put in what we like. It's not
okay, then for the future, I think.
Yeah.
Although I don't think it's really the PhD program which is the problem. It's in which context we are going to work afterwards. Like if I finish my PhD now and I went to South Korea, I know the expectations of my work would be very different if I ever have the chance to stay here and work in a Spanish university. So it's not so much on where you are doing your PhD program, but on what you should be doing afterwards.
It's also a question whether your PhD from one country will be recognized by another country, which you also hear sometimes, so that you have to do another PhD in order to get a job at the university in another country, which happened to a colleague of mine.
Yeah.